So what is up, guys? Tetra Drive and Ramiel were revealed today. We are going over this and kind of upset actually about Tetra Drive here. So it's an LB4 one turn, obviously. When it attacks this turn, it gets 5k and then the following ability. Vanguard, at the end of the battle, your rear guard attacked. If it was the fourth battle of that rear guard's turn, CB2, discard 2, stand this unit, then you draw 2 back like we said would happen. And then when it attacks, it gets another 3k. Okay, so obviously we have issues with this. Number one is your opponent's intercept game has to be limited to 1 intercept, or this won't work at all with Transcore. The whole point to this is you can't break ride this until your opponent only has 1 intercept. Sadly, it's the truth. Because A, it has to be the 4th attack. Number one. We're still using Basil and Diamantes. There are big units now for this more than ever. You will have to run some 10k so you can kill the intercepts better without the use of like really destroying most of your cards. My big issue with this is definitely that. Because when this attacks, so it doesn't have to attack Vanguard, it's just when it attacks like we thought it would be, because second attack is definitely off limits. So how this card's going to have to go, and to play this card very, very correctly. Yeah, I'm coming. Give me a sec. To play this card very correctly, you have to do a lot. You have to think. You can't break ride just yet until your opponent's down to 1 intercept, or you won't be able to profit the Tetra Drive effect with Transcore. So, in reality, it's mixed. I'm mixed on this card. I mean, it's still decent in its own way. It's just the fact if your opponent has 2 intercepts, your break ride really won't help you. But maybe if you don't rely on the break ride, maybe you're just doing Tetra to restand, draw a card, pitch 2, draw 2. I mean, you can go that route as well. I mean, it just has to be the 4th battle of your rear guard attacking. So this can attack 3rd while your rear guard attacks 4th. Something like that. So it's not necessarily bad. It's just for break ride purposes, you want your opponent at like 1 intercepts. And if you actually just play this unit regularly, you can do whatever you want with it, in my opinion. Just a fun fact. Just something to throw out there. I don't want anyone flipping out saying, oh, this card's garbage, it's not going to work. No, it can work. You have to be smart, and you have to focus on your plays. That's number one. So we got Ripple here. Tidal Assault. At the end of, I'm surprised. What a waste of a triple rare, by the way. Obviously. I mean, really? More triple rares for Aquaforce? Oh my god. Alright, it's a rear guard 1 turn. At the end of the battle, this attack to Vanguard. Stand this unit, gets -5, so it goes down to 4k. And whatever you have, you have. And of course, it has to attack Vanguard to restand. Some of these ripples are like looking like very nonchalant to me. They're not like looking decent, especially in Zero's format, the way it works. None of them bypass, none of them do really much. But this being a triple feels like a real waste. Honestly. I mean, right now, Tetra is going to be great with the ult stuff plus Transcore. Its effect isn't bad. Like I said, it's still going to be very playable. Did I forget to copy the G1? Give me a sec. Let me go show you guys the G1 that got announced. So the other card is this guy, the Ripple G1. At the end of the battle, this card boosts it. CB1 to exchange 2 of your rear guard's positions. Kind of lame. Not that good. Kind of awkward. We don't even use this. In Zero's format, this is garbage. So I wouldn't even bother risking that. That is not... I mean, Aquaforce right now, it's starting to look like Tetra's like the only good thing going on right now. So Ramiel... This is reverse Ramiel's effect. You lock 2 Celestials. This turns 3 Celestials in your front get 5,000 power. Put a random opponent's rear guard with priority to the back road into the damage zone. Put 1 random opponent's damage into the drop zone face up. When either... Now, this is a big buff to Ramiel, by the way. This is a huge buff. When either player's damage zone card is put to the drop zone, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So it legit... If you lose an intercept, this goes up to 16. If you lose another intercept, it goes up to 21. So it's most likely a big defense. That's crazy. When either player damage zone is put to the drop zone. And this card gets 5,000 power if you're killing your opponent's intercept. So you legit power creep. That's actually really good. So if your intercept game is good, this already becomes a 16k. Having 1 intercept turns this into a 16k. It's really good. So Ramiel got like a kind of buff to the extent it's a random prioritizing to the opponent's back row, but everything else is looking great. Ramiel's looking really good right now. Emergent Celestial Danielle. When another card is placed in your damage zone during your turn, CB2 to call this card. Put the top card of your deck into your damage zone. If you call this face down card, turn the damage zone. Okay. I have a problem with this card because this was free. This effect was free in the real game. This was TCG. It was free. The fact that this is CB2 is very, very situational. But I recommend Nasiels because Nasiels are the only thing that can prep this properly. I guess you save cards in hand. I mean, if this goes to the damage zone and you're lacking intercepts, it could work. I just feel like this unit's just very situational to how it works, even though it goes to the damage zone. But I really don't see us really kind of playing this since we use core memory on Mero anyways to even draw a card. What would you rather do? Draw a different card that's actually going to help you in the end? Or do this, you know what I'm saying? So Nasiel is still going to keep it. Danielle feels very, situational and just not my cup of tea right now. I'm not liking it. I mean, I have to test her a little bit more just to better feel, but CB2 is very expensive. And we have Nursing Celestial Nariel. When placed, you may put a Celestial card from your hand to your damage zone. If you do, add a card from your damage zone to your hand. So pretty much this is the Nasiel we were talking about for Celestials. So you could go a full Celestial build if you didn't pull any Nasiels. So this isn't too bad. Could help Danielle. I mean, you're supposed to countercharge, but when you do the Danielle play, so on and so forth, so you keep your CBing for extra plays. But Ramiel is looking good. Put a card into the drop zone right after he does, and this is not even a CB effect. You legit just lock two Celestials. They each get 5,000. Your opponent gets a card in their damage zone, and then damage zone goes into the drop zone, and then Ramiel goes up to 1,600, hitting magic numbers. So there's that. Those 12k units for Celestials will benefit because now they go up to 17k. So that's a plus. Actually, this would be at 2,100 because it's 3 front rows. Her plus the drop zone. Yeah, she's going to be at 21 while the other's at 17k. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, just focus on one booster on one of the rear guards, so you're good to go for that play. And Ramiel's going to be able to swing magic numbers, period. So that's good. I like Ramiel. Perfect. Again, another problem. Name. So running Nasiels might be situational. I think Ramiel has to be a full Celestial build to get the benefit of her effects. That's just my opinion. You can still run Core Memory. I mean, those are probably, Core Memory is possibly the only Celestials you won't have because Core Memory is good for drawing and whatever Celestial goes in the damage zone, countercharge, so on and so forth. But yeah, Ripple over here, yikes. And Tetra Drive isn't as bad as we're going to get everyone slipping out over, but I am looking forward to Tetra Drive a little bit. Would love to play testing with the Transcore Break Ride, but like I said, your opponent at least has to have like one intercept to make Tetra Drive worth playing for the Break Ride. Tetra Drive is good as a unit enough. It's like a Duke. It just doesn't get anything else. It's just Duke. It does work. But it's like CB3 heavy in a sense if you're doing Basil and Diamante, so that's a big issue. So there's that. So we got to be prepared for that. I mean, they could have at least gave him a kind of crit or something that would have benefited this. But it's whatever. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That's your news for the day. Peace out. Be good. I'll see y'all later for streaming. Goodbye.